Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Okay. Today we are so grateful. We have Wesley Chan with us today. Okay. Um, he is a very young and energetic uh, Wesley Chan. I can see very unique Wesley Chan. We're so grateful to have our speaker for today, okay, who has been training and speaking and coaching more than 120 people for the past 9 years across 20 cities, okay. With his engaging, energetic, and passionate delivery, he has been featured 3 times on TEDx platform. Can you imagine at a young age? Okay, let us welcome, okay, our sales breakthrough coach and keynote speaker, Mr. Wesley Chan. Yay!
Hello, thank you so much for having me, Philomena. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Wesley, I am so excited because you know why? We are here in KK, you're there in KL.
Yeah,
We can actually exchange, okay? We can exchange knowledge and then we can learn from you a lot today,
yeah,
okay? We have set up few questions, few important questions, and then
yes.
at the end, we will ask and we will invite one guest to come in and also ask her questions, okay?
Yep.
So Wesley, without further ado, can we start with our first question?
Oh yeah, bombs away. Yeah, let's
Okay.
go.
Okay. So Wesley, you are widely known as a sales breakthrough coach
Mm-hmm,
and also a keynote speaker.
mm-hmm.
So this is really a big achievement, you know, at a young age like you.
Thank you.
You can briefly share, can you briefly share with us your journey to such a successful status? Did you start off with being a sales career yourself?
Oh, okay. So thanks for having me here, Philomena. And want to just do a shout out and thanks for
Mm,
approaching me. And
mm,
just so that you know, a lot of people here ask me, hey, so how did you manage to get this Facebook Live? Hey, how come people from KK want to interview you? My friend asked, right? Because it was Philomena reached out to me through on Facebook. She watched one of those Facebook Live. I think it was Amanda. And then she
mm,
approached me and said, okay, so why not we do it, right? Because
mm,
for salespeople as well. So
mm.
yeah, for those of you joining this right now, thank you so much for your time. And in case for those of you who are watching this right now, perhaps you can drop us a hi so I know we are watching this right now. So yeah, so you asked a very interesting question, Philomena. And so I started my career as a chemical engineer. Ah, like, what? um, so many years ago, Philo, so I
Uh,
was a chemical engineer. I graduated from UTP Petronas, University Technology Petronas, as a chemical engineer.
uh-huh.
I used to work for a very short time in this company called ExxonMobil over in
Mm-hmm.
Port Dickson in PD as a process engineer. So after that, I decided I wanted to pursue my passion. I love speaking, meeting people, coaching, psychology, human habits. And that's when I took a leap of faith and I want to venture into something totally out from my comfort zone. So there I was, very young, now I'm young also. Yeah, I took a leap of faith and against all odds, and I wanted to venture into training. Now the thing is that I can't be a trainer straight away because who am I to speak, share, inspire? So therefore, you got it right. I started my journey as a salesperson like anybody else, and I began my sales career as a distributor for an online education company. So I used to do like door-to-door knocking, cold calls, prospecting calls, follow-up, and things like that. So that was many years ago. So I go and sell. And then it was a point of time that I became one of the top income earners of the company. And then I was being absorbed as the internal trainer, internal speaker. So that somehow started unofficially my
Wow.
training career.
Uh,
And then I liked it. So I used to conduct like orientation for distributors, orientation for new salespeople and all. So I do. And then after some time, I decided I also want to venture my own business. That's when I partnered with my friend.
mm,
We also ventured into also education, but for schools.
mm,
So that's when we did motivation talk, academic seminars for schools. After
mm.
some time, I decided I think I want to venture fully into training. That's when I set up my own training company. And yep, so then there it goes. So the rest is history. So yeah, so
Wow.
I've been doing this for the past 9 years in training. Yeah.
Wow. So which means that we by working the numbers back,
Yeah.
okay, so 9 years, so you
Yeah.
were quite at, you graduated and you worked and it's quite a young age, you know. So you were exposed into this
Mm.
like early 20s, I can say, your
Yeah.
early 20s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
early 20s. Yeah.
Okay. Again, I want to salute you. Okay. So
Thank
you
you.
managed to find your passion at the
Yeah.
early age. Okay.
Yeah. So
So you,
that's a very dangerous word to use. Passion. I'm gonna share with you my story later.
okay, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you the second question. So
Yeah, go ahead.
how long have you, so you've been doing this sales for like, I mean, before you start out, you were saying that
Uh-huh.
you were working for this company, and then
Uh-huh.
how long was it? How long was it? Is it
The time I well, that was in like 2001 to 2014, 2015. That's like 3-4 years. So in between I was
mm,
also already training.
mm,
So my first time holding the mic until now is 9 years. For that time sales career was 3 to 4 years. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
wow. Salute you again. Salute. No wonder TEDx called you. I see.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, my next question to you.
Yeah.
So I can see your YouTube, you're busy doing your YouTube. So you are busy during your MCO. Can you share with us what other than YouTube, what other activities do you do that gives you the energy to carry on your activities during this pandemic?
Okay, so interesting enough, YouTube is not my main focus. I
Mm,
only post on YouTube just to host the videos.
mm,
So primarily, I run training, coaching, and speaking now as I conduct sessions, virtual sessions, coaching sessions, ranging from e-learning, offline, online. So that's what I do. So I
mm,
generally help salespeople and business owners to double their sales under 12 months. That's like our tagline.
mm,
And so YouTube is one of the things that we do. So during MCO, interesting enough, so during the initial days of MCO, to be honest, I was also quite lost because before MCO, our whole company's business model is derived purely 100% on physical training. It's in face-to-face training. So we run sales training, leadership training, people management, NLP programs
mm,
for corporates,
mm,
and very minimal for the public. So
mm,
then we run all face-to-face. So when MCO
mm,
kicked in, when they say, okay, all of you cannot move out from your house, that's when we were in shock. So we managed to pivot. Shout out to my team who's very supportive. So, and we changed our entire model to virtual training. And I can still
mm.
remember our very first virtual that time. We didn't know what to do, we're going to just take a black screen and just go whack, just go whack. And that was the first milestone that we had. We ran the first virtual training, and my first virtual training was a 3 hours program for a company in Penang. And
Uh,
they want, because it was supposed to be physical,
uh-huh.
and they didn't wanted to cancel off the training. So they say, hey, Wesley, can you turn this exact training into virtual? I say, okay. Of course, the pay you cannot reduce. I say, okay, no problem, right? And then I run for 3 hours now. And that was the first spark of our virtual journey.
Mm,
Ever since then, we have actually calculated throughout MCO, we have conducted more than 70 virtual sessions. We have conducted more than 100 coaching virtual sessions as well. So
wow.
these are things that we've been running. And so
Mm,
if you ask me, one of the lessons learned is this: change what you cannot accept and accept what you cannot change.
I like that.
Now, I know a lot of salespeople and business owners could be struggling, could be,
Mm,
and
mm,
I think pivot is the way to go. Now, I'm not saying this just to motivate people. I'm saying this based on my very biased experience, because when MCO happens, the user behavior, customers' behavior are changing as well. So
mhm,
therefore, we are the ones who provide service. We are the ones
mm,
who are actually offering products. So we must also adapt to the ever-changing trend of the environment. So
mm,
therefore, MCO, we have been very busy, as in we
mhm,
conduct sessions, develop new module, then we manage to have our own e-learning system, and then we
mm,
do videos, we can post, and we help people, and then we launch a new public program for salespeople as well. So we are keeping ourselves busy. It all boils down to one quest that we have. If we are business people, which means we have a target audience to serve. So
mm,
during MCO lockdown, when people are having crisis, we can't just
mm,
keep quiet. We must be
mhm,
out there to really know what kind of needs they have, and to
mhm,
cater and to tailor-made to what needs they have right now. So I
mm,
think it's like a dedication, a commitment that if we are there to do business, I think we should be there to support our customers at this time. So that's
mm.
my take. Yeah.
Wow. You see, Wesley, by you explaining like that, I can feel your energy, I can feel a positive energy here from in KK. So, so you're keeping yourself busy by doing virtual webinars and
Yeah.
also virtual trainings
Yeah.
like that.
Correct.
So wow, amazing. My next question to you,
Mm.
okay? I think most of the audience have challenges,
Yep.
okay, during this period. So it's in the new norm like that,
Yep.
especially on sales. So can you share your tips on how to cope with this new norm and carry out effective sales?
Now, so that's a very good question, Philo.
Mm,
So I think my bias observation here is that so when MCO kicked in, so the main challenge of a lot of salespeople is that traditional offline sales cycle couldn't work anymore. So what do I mean? Like for you in property, right? So we used to do a lot of showroom viewing, showroom
mm,
selling,
mm,
physical meet face to face, can shake hand, meet people,
mm,
and so MCO kicked in, everything got wiped off, and we all have to turn online. So where salespeople face confusion in terms of sales cycle. So in sales, that when there's confusion, we lose confidence. When we lose confidence, we lose conversion. So it means that we're confused. So what to do? Some people get confused. So and that is the main key area that I notice in a lot of salespeople. Suddenly they don't know how to do sales. And you ask why? Oh, because we have to meet people online. But my question is, shouldn't it actually be the same? It's just the way you present the message is just different because
mm,
when you meet them face to face, you have to travel there. But if you're
mhm,
doing online, it's just to just hop on the Zoom, WebEx, or Teams. You still can meet people online. Now, then comes the next question. A lot of people are not savvy in terms of technology. So my take
mm.
is that we all could learn. If you ask me, there are so many platforms out there. You name it, free, paid. You want different setting also got. You want show face, no show face.
Fair enough.
Everything is there available. So which I think the current trend right now, is not about whether should we go online, the right technology or not. I think it boils down to the nature of salespeople. We need to be focusing at things that we can control instead of focus on things that we cannot control. Okay, so what do I mean? Philo, I call this the locus of control.
Mm,
Now means within control means things that I have ownership and I have the
mm,
responsibility to control it, which means I
mm,
can decide how many calls to make. I
mm,
can decide who do I call today.
mm,
So this is called within control. Now in sales, there's also a concept called beyond control. Beyond control means things that I have no control over it. Now, for example, let's say things that are beyond control. Number of infections of COVID in Malaysia, that's beyond control. But what I can control is to control whether I move out from my house or not. So let's put back a very layman example in sales, since we are talking about sales here. Now, how customers how customers buy or not, we cannot control. How customer judges perceive us, we can't control. But what we can control is the way we speak, the way we pitch, the contents we have, and the way we do our sales right now. So now, if you ask me, there are many things that salespeople can be in control right now. And I truly believe in this one thing. Mindset comes before skill set. Now means what? Now both are equally important, but what I'm saying is mindset comes first before we talk about the skill set. So just now you asked me the question and say, so how can we adopt during this time? Now I would recommend the first thing right now that we need to believe that during this time is not a crisis. It's an opportunity. Now, let me tell you why. Because it's all back to our mindset. We expand what we are searching for. So, what I highly recommend salespeople out there, the moment when OPR rate drops, you should be celebrating and say, it's an opportunity,
no.
right? Let me tell you why I believe that so strongly. Number one, because when there's fear, there's opportunity. When there's
Mm,
fear means there is a problem that is there to be solved. Now, who will be solving the problems? Salespeople are the ones who enable people to solve problems, right? So therefore, right now is a very good opportunity. When there's fear, means there's opportunity there. That's one. Okay, Wesley, how can you say this? So there are a lot of facts to back this up. Number one, there are so many people going virtual. So many people are using this chance to search information online. And here's my recommendation and invitation to all salespeople. It is now the time for us to really leverage on the power of internet. Okay, it may sound cliche, but let me tell you something. Going online doesn't guarantee you to be successful. But if you don't go online, you'll miss out a huge ton of opportunity. Now, so therefore, the traditional way is all about offline. The new way of selling, we must be prepared both online and offline. Both are equally powerful ways. You meet people online, you also want to meet them someday offline to enhance the relationship. So therefore, now is the time for us to be visible. And I got this one saying that says, be with our clients during tough time, and they will be with you after the rough time. Which means what? Now is not the time to keep quiet. Now is the time to reach out to our target audience, show that we are here to stay, provide them a sense of assurance. If they don't understand moratorium or OPR, explain to them, provide value. And I want to invite salespeople here to redefine selling, turn selling into serving. And I learned this from my hospitality buddies, and they always teach me this one thing. In hospitality, they have this one term called at your service. So therefore, salespeople are service people. We need to be there to be relevant, to continue serving our target audience. How do we serve? Provide value. So what's value? Value means you want to provide people a solution. You want to give them solution to solve their problem. Let's say people wanting to have passive income, show them a solution. People want a better cash flow, show them a solution. People want to buy a house but just afraid their bank documents are not good enough, so show them a solution. So we are salespeople. We enable people to chase towards what they want. So my invitation to all of us here, now is a perfect opportunity. It's all about a matter of mindset. Now then, some people might say, hey Wesley, how can you say this? A lot of people are losing jobs, but yet a lot of people are still doing very good during this time. So therefore, it's all about matter of focus. It's about turning selling to serving. And the thing is that so long as we have this mindset that we are here to stay, we are here to serve. So that's what we can control. Sales come or not is a result of what you think. So therefore, control our mindset, control our skill set. With that, then the results will come eventually. So that's my take. Yeah.
Very good, Wesley. Wow, that's a very good answer that you have. I even wrote some notes, while you're talking. Wow. Okay. So happy that you give us such a small tips, but very meaningful, especially when you say that your mindset is very important, right? Mindset is very important, and then provide value. So, so provide value, provide solution. This is so. These are the things that we should look into it. So, again, thank you, Wesley. My next question to you. Okay, can you share with us if LinkedIn is effective in boosting sales? I just want to get some tips from you. How does it help?
Yeah, so the answer is yes. LinkedIn is very helpful. Okay, let me speak from a biased experience first. So LinkedIn works very well for high ticket B2C or B2B. So high ticket B2C means what? High ticket B2C anyone who sell directly to customers and the products they sell of higher premium, which means it requires longer sales cycle. For example, property, definitely high ticket B2C. Now, if you're selling a pen, maybe there's 1-2 ringgit, that may not be a high ticket B2C. So there's very impulsive buy. I like color good, then I buy. Now, why do I say so? Because high premium, high ticket B2C requires trust building. So therefore, LinkedIn is a very suitable platform for professional network where we look at executives and above, and these are like normally professionals. And the key about using LinkedIn is not go there and buy my product, put down payment, not go HOC. That's not just about that. It's to establish meaningful conversations with working professionals. Now, okay, so Philo, let's be honest, right? Some of us here, we don't really know how it works, man. I also don't know one. Last time I still remember, shout out to my friend called Bhavani. I don't know if she's watching this right now. Now, she said, hey, Wesley, since you're in training, you train company, you might as well venture to LinkedIn. And that was like 3-4 years ago. Okay, lah. Then I also go lah, huh? So I used to think, traditional sales last time, I don't know about you, Philo, but I used to learn this from my guru last time. You got 100 people, you copy paste your message to 100 of them, you get 10% will reply to you. I realize now it doesn't work anymore. Right? So I tried, but cannot work, cannot work, right? So then I realized that, hey, I think there's a new way of doing sales, is to establish relationship. People say these words so many times, relationship, but how do we do so? That's when I changed the way. I realized that, okay, so add people, don't go and sell. Just to talk to people, hi, how are you? Just engage with them and so. And slowly I built my profile from like 700 people, friend, then become 2,000, 7,000, 8,000, right? And so yeah, I'm very grateful that so long as you're there, visible, engage with people, you provide value, you know, you share content, you share education, you became an archive, a library of information. Now, the key about social media that I believe, the moment that you go on social media, look your profile and to see, is your profile an archive of information or your profile an archive of brochures? So what do I mean? If every day you ask people to buy, you become like an archive of brochures. So you're like a display with brochures. People come, take and chow. But if you are there providing value, content, information, you become an archive of information. That's when people like to look at you. And also a psychology method behind is people like people who teach, people like people who share, because teachers always have slightly higher social status compared to the ones who don't teach. So therefore, salespeople out there, one of the ways that we can leverage right now, instead of just selling, remember I talk about serving, I talk about adding value. So why not ask ourselves, what are some of the things that our target market wants to know? What are some information that will benefit them? What are some tips, strategies, categories, or any info that they want to know in order for them to solve their problem? So, for example, I mean, okay, let me just go down to examples since you're a property here, right? And perhaps any one of you here watching this right now, you can also comment, what do you sell? We can give you more relevant examples. So let's say today, okay, OPR drop, right? So a lot of people don't know what it means. How does it reflect the property market? So if us salespeople here, property rent or your developer staff, why not you just create an article, find the star, or just create some very relevant information, infographics, videos, and to really tell your social connection, hey, this is what it means. Drop basis point means what? How we reflect the market. Oh, then people watch, people feel like, oh, thank you so much for sharing this video. I now understand this. So that's how you establish trust. Where you want to provide content, you want to provide people solution to their problem. So that's how we do it.
So, wow. Again, I'm getting a lot of notes from here.
Yeah, you write a lot of notes,
I know. So that's why I said that, well, when you're talking like that, wow, really focused. I'm very focused on what you say. So, okay. So very good information again, Wesley. So my next question, next question to you. So can you share with us the difference between selling and helping a client?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. So selling means you sell your benefits, and then you sell your features and whatsoever. We all use this in sales, right? Helping your client means help them to come out from their problem towards their solution. Now, both two terms are very, interchangeable. But okay, traditional way of selling is where you just sell, regardless whether they need or not. You just go and sell first. So that's called transactional sales. You just go and whack. All right. New way of selling, I believe, is called relational sales. Relational sales focuses on building relationship, which means I want to know what's the right product for you, and I sell towards what you want, and I give you the solution so that I can value the experience in the relationship. So these are two terms. So old way selling, sell to everyone. New way selling to a very customized market, a very niche market, and to help them to solve their problem, provide them options, see what they want, and then you sell. And with that mindset, you want to establish a long-term relationship. Now, why I would like to invite us to embrace in relational sales is because relational sales is based on relationship. The more strong connections that you have between you and your customers, they will become your fans, they become your raving fans, and they don't mind recommending, and they will be your best marketing tool. So, and then they will give you referrals, and so referrals are proven to be 50% more effective than any other prospects because people already have trust in between.
Correct.
So therefore, so relational selling is very important. So is to provide the relationship, is to really build rapport with people, talk to people, provide value, support, and just to be there. Now, some people might say, hey, Wesley, how can we build relationship? That's when I think moving forward, I think there's some follow-up questions here on how we can use some of the sales conversion strategies to build relationship. So the key underlying principle in the modern way of selling is how can I continuously engage with the customers
Correct.
without even me selling things. But how can I continue the relationship? And it's not just like, hey, how are you? Eat already? Yeah. No, it's not just the small talks. There are many things that we could do to maintain that engagement, still remain relevant, purposeful, strategic, without being pushy.
Okay, that is things that I want to learn from you. Okay, so
Welcome.
okay. So I think we have another session later. Maybe enrolling into your classes. You have a classes which is on the 17th. Later we
Yes,
will
I do.
announce. Later we will announce later. Yeah, later announce later. My next question to you.
Yeah.
Okay, sales breakthrough. What can you share with us on these key matters, sales breakthrough?
Okay, so what is sales breakthrough? So sales breakthrough is a concept that our company came up with. Sales is sales. So breakthrough meaning okay. So there's a reason why it's called breakthrough. So I learned this from my mentor. I mean, shout out to David Chua. So what I learned is that in order for us to transform and change ourselves, we would have to go through different stages of changes. So we call this as donut of success. I don't know why is it called donut. I just name it after what my mentor say. So donut of success says this. So for anybody to change, chances are some people will begin at the comfort zone. Comfort zone means what? Wait for things to go back to normal lah. We wait things to be back to usual, and then I go and do sales. So these are people in the comfort zone. Comfort zone has an indicator that people say, I used to do like this last time. They learn things called experience lah, and then they just follow and they don't want to change, so they remain in a comfort zone. Me and you know that especially nowadays that we are hit with the pandemic, or some people call a structural change. Now comfort zone may not be helpful because why? Previously don't have COVID, now got COVID, so there are a lot of conditions which are already changing. So therefore remain comfortable will never help us to achieve the success that we want. So therefore, we will then move to the next zone. We go and change. Now, me and you know that when we talk about change, the next zone from comfort zone, we will enter panic zone. Now, panic means what? How to click Zoom? How to enter? How to do this? How to view? So suddenly everybody like, they go panic, right? So people in the panic zone, they get confused, that the channel has been, their focus has been changed, they get panic, they have fear, they're in the fearful zone. Now, but if you ask me, panic is a good sign because panic is a sign of growth. For anybody to grow, you go to the gym, people will have to go through struggle. You go swimming, people have to go through a little bit of exhaustion. So therefore, and it's that panic is there to help us because we are changing. Now, in the panic zone, there are two options. Either number one, you go back to the comfort zone and say, don't want lah, Philo, very hard to change. I wait for a while lah. Or we can persist. We enter the next zone called the breakthrough. Now, breakthrough zone, that's when people come out from the cocoon of panic and they finally do things they've never done before. They finally achieve things they've never achieved before. For example, in the sales context, many years ago, do you remember the first time you pick up the call and you do a cold call? But once you call, it's like, yeah, I did it, right? The first time you close the deal, the first time you get a booking, first time you get conversion loan, first time you get a referral, first time you sell a high ticket item. So these are called breakthrough moments. The reason why I like breakthrough is because many people forget before we achieve success, we have a lot of little wins in between. So what do I mean? Success is a compilation of breakthrough. Little breakthroughs that have compound, it becomes success. But success is always something which is like a goalpost, it's far, right? So why not? We have to learn ourselves to celebrate little wins in between. For example, your first closed deal over virtual. For example, the first time you hit your 10 million sales, right? For those doing project. For those of you who do sub sales, maybe like you converted this unit during this time. So something like that. So it's to celebrate our wins. It's called breakthrough. So hence we came up with sales breakthrough to help us to break through our mindset, to break through our results. So that's how we came up with this term.
Very good, very good. Okay, so sales breakthrough. So my next question to you.
Yeah.
So during this pandemic, can you share with us the tips of effective sales conversion strategies?
Okay, so this question, wow, this one will take some time to answer. Okay, so before I come into answering this, so this is what has been working for me and some of my clients that I coach. So I don't claim myself as a sales guru because there are just so many different industries out there, so many different products out there, and I can't 100% guarantee this will be applicable for you. Now, but some of the validations I've done, training, speaking, definitely training, speaking, coaching, property, insurance. For those of you here, if you're doing B2B, like packaging, printing, I got interior design, this is work for my clients, automotive, yes. So, and this is based after my recent experience in COVID, in MCO. I don't know about you, Philo, but you know, during MCO lockdown, right, we cannot go out. We can lah, but cannot go very often. So a lot of times you have to cook at home. So me and my wife, so during the initial days of MCO, I had to buy groceries because have to cook ma. So there was one time, so when it was my turn to buy, and I, of course, being very lazy, when I go buy frozen food. So there was one day we went to Giant here in PJ, Petaling Giant. So I went Giant there, and then we bought like nuggets, frozen food, and then I went back home. So I store in the fridge. Then my wife said, "Hey, today your turn to cook ah." I also go cook lah, not just being volunteered to cook, so I cook lah. So there was one day I took out the nuggets and some of the things, and I realized that before we cook, you have to defreeze. Because ice cannot cook ma, you frozen, not nice my texture. So you defreeze, and then when it's time it gets softer, then you put on the frying pan, then you heat and you grill lah. So there was one time I was cooking and I realized that, hey, for us to eat, right, we must defreeze, cook, warm, grill. It needs time. And when I was cooking one time, I had an enlightenment. The very same idea we need to think for sales, because we cannot straight away eat the meat. We also may not be straight away convert the deal. Now, means what? For meat, you need time to cook and grill, right? Same goes to prospects and sales. Sometimes it will require time for us to heat up our prospects and customers, because not everybody, first initial contact see you, total stranger straight away buy one. There are chances like that, but not everybody will go through the same cycle. So therefore, that's when I came up with this concept, and it's called the heat of conversion. Now means what? Is to look at ourselves, how can we continuously heat our prospects up to make them heat up so that they will push the buy button and buy now. And here is the reason why I like this model that has worked for me. Because traditional old way of selling, we always think close deal or never close deal, buy or no buy. But when I look at this heat of conversion, this system here, I'm asking myself, at which stage is my customer at right now? If I know they're in a stage which they're not interested, what are some strategies that would work to make them interested? But if they're like a strategy that they are in a stage where, hey, I'm at the, I'm okay to buy, there's some strategies that would work. So therefore, different stage would work at different time. Okay, so then I'll share with you what are these stages and all, right? Okay, so I call this the L1, L2, L3, L4, and L5. I mean, I hope that you could all follow, because it may be a bit deeper now. So L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. So let's put an example right now. So L1 is like the bottom, and L5 is the one who buy now. So L1 are the people who are not interested.
It's like a pyramid, like that. L1 on the bottom.
It's like a pyramid. So the bottom there is L1. L1 are the people who are not interested, or they don't know who you are. Like, you know, me, I don't know who you are, Philo. I don't know who are you, Wesley. How's you buy things? Who are you? I don't know, right? I don't know you. I got no trust. They're L1. They're not interested. Now, if we engage them further, provide value, we heat them up, they move to L2. So L2 are the ones who are the neutral category. They're like, okay, I hear your name. Fine. They never have any interest in buying. They're just neutral, right? If you heat them some more, engage them further, you go to L3. L3 is when the stage they say, okay, I like the things you share. I will buy someday when I need. You know, one of the questions that salespeople don't like to hear. I'll let you know when I need lah. So these are the L3 category. They are the ones who are like, I will buy lah, but don't know when. Right? Continue to engage them, provide value, sell to them. You move them to L4. L4 is the one they say, okay, I will buy later. Buy later means they will tell you a time. I buy next week. I buy 3 months from now. I buy next month. So you give a time frame. You engage them some more, you give them a good offer, they will buy now, which is L5. So L1, not interested. L2, the ones in the neutral. L3, buy.
Okay.
L4, buy later. And L5, buy now. Now, so it's to look at ourselves at which stage is our prospect at right now. Because if our prospect is an L1, we cannot straight away say, buy now.
Oh, yeah.
Not effective, right?
Correct.
So therefore, there are different strategies that would work. So in a very simple way, how to move from L1 to L2, which means from people who are not interested, how do you move them to a neutral stage? The thing that we need is called to get them to respond. Now means what? Salespeople, the first thing that we can do is to heat up our contact by making our prospects respond to us. Now means what? Well wishes. Hey, Philo, how are you? I hope that you and your family are doing fine. Let us know if you need any support from my end. You send a well wishes, a greeting message, like maybe like a recovery MCO well wishes, Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day, National Day, 恭喜发财, all those things, right? So these are called well wishes. The main intention of well wishes is to capture people's mind share so that they think of you. Capture the mind share, you remain visible. And bear in mind that when you want people to respond to you, right, no selling intention. Means what? Don't attach brochure. Don't go and send all the brochures of the property or the insurance plan. They have later. They want later first. Your job is just to say, hi, how are you? Let me know if you need any help. I'm here to support. Boom. Just like that. Done right. There could be people who say, oh, thank you so much for having me in mind. That's very nice of you, Wesley. Can you help me to look for a property which is XYZ? Sometimes you could get people like this. Because why? Because they feel that you are nice, just keep in touch with them. And that's what you could do. So the key is make people to respond to you. Then the next question is, Wesley, what if they don't respond? It doesn't matter. If they blue tick you, no reply, don't care, like, oh, they saw my message, don't reply. Wait, it doesn't matter, right? That's just the first engagement point. Engage one time, well wishes, recovery, all those things, like Happy Father's Day, Mother's Day. So all those things is just used to wish people. Now they read your message already. The next step from an L2 to an L3. Now this is called to provide useful value. So useful value means now it's time that you think yourself, what are some of the information that your prospects would need? For example, can you record a video to explain something? Can you find an article or to give to your prospects? Do you have certain infographics? Can you conduct live shows like this, like what you're doing now, Philo? So now, what are some of the things that I can do to provide value and to educate my prospects, educate people? So that's when you can do like 3 reasons why you need to invest in property now. 3 things you have to know when OPR drops. It can be like 5 categories of property development. It can be things like 3 reasons why you should invest in your first house before 30. So something like this, informative, short, sweet, and precise. You share. You just share. The intention is so that people see you not just as a salesperson, they see you as an authority. They see you as an archive, a library of information. And again, so that's how you capture people and say, hey, I watched a video that's very helpful. Videos, ebooks, articles, infographic. There are many ways for you to do it. And my personal favorite is I love videos. I've been using a lot of videos every single week. Every single week, I use videos to just generate contents for my viewers out there. It's because the more value you share, the more people think of you. And I genuinely just want to share because not every single video I have and say buy now, because I will only activate selling once in a while. So I value, then I go and sell. So that's what I do. So they watch your video already, they like you. Then sometimes you can offer, like say, hey, now things like I got this ebook, reply yes if you want a free copy. So then you can download as well. The next thing, now they watch a video, and so what you could do, now it's time for you to approach. Pick up the call, approach them, and to set a sales appointment. Now, there are many ways you can do it. My favorite is a tactical sales call. Pick up a call them and say, hey, you know what? Recently, I got this project I want to introduce to you, but don't worry, I'm not here to sell. Then you just follow up, arrange for the appointment. That's when you move them up, right? That's when you move them up, and then you want to present to them, you want to share them some more. You want to talk about USP, why they should buy this, development, master plan, and all those things. So if they find it good, that's when you do the next stage called a negotiation process. Then you negotiate, good and timely offer, got rebates lah, all this HOC, all these things, and then you want them to make purchase now lah. So the thing is this, it's a very structured way of doing. Now, all in all, I spend more time talking about the base because that's what I feel a lot of salespeople are lacking right now, where you need to get right the greeting message, share content to establish that relationship so people can trust you more. So that's the whole idea of what we could do in this conversion strategy. But again, I'm more than happy if any one of you here, if you have, you can perhaps tell us what you sell and we can tailor-make some examples for you. Yeah.
Thank you again, Wesley. Okay, so L1 to L5. So as what you mentioned is like well wishes. This is very important at L1. Okay, I will try that. And then I will see how I progress through it. Thank you, Wesley, for your tips. Okay, my next question to you. Okay, do you have any students, okay, that sign up with you during this pandemic and have succeed, okay, to achieve their breakthrough and transform?
Yes, plenty. I'm very proud of them. I'm not proud of myself, but I'm very proud of them. No, I got plenty. I have different industries. So there are a few of them. So let me just pick a few. So there's one that she is sales manager director in a flexi packaging company. So print packaging one. So MCO like, oh, don't know can do or not. Essential services can still run. But the one sales to be just very, people call it just attend. So what we recommend her to do is say, hey, you know what? You can use this well wishes, contact with people, you know, that you can do like an ebook. And she did an ebook like 18 inspiring packaging trends for 2020, something like that. Wow. Then I recommend her, you know, why don't you do and start a community? And so yeah, she started and she maintained a community. And yeah, then she's been using all this and she converts sales. So number one, negotiation process becomes shorter. So which means what? So people trust her more, don't have to negotiate so long, manage to close a deal. That's what she has. I got another person over the other spectrum, somebody from a very B to C related, he's from the network marketing industry. Somebody who joined my program recently and used to just, okay lah, buy my product, just buy. So sales very transactional, right? Came to my program, he like, Wesley, nobody tell me to do this kind of thing before, relational, do what video? And then I say, hey, you do it first, you just go and do it first. So do already. So he coaches a huge team of distributors under him in a healthcare network marketing company, right? So then he started doing Facebook Live, do ebook, do video, and then his team members started to get very inspired. Now, me and you know this, if we are sales manager, monkey see, monkey do. So if we are the leader, we are excited, the people also get excited. So he texts me and said, Wesley, you know what? I want to share with you a good news. I said, what? So last year, last June month, he said he gave me his snapshot, his income, you know, because now marketing can see my snapshot is income. Wesley, thanks to you, I make 72,000 in 1 month. I was like, amazing. Wow. Then I say, bro, hold on first. What was your previous? I used to make 20, 30K probably, but because of you, then I make like 72. I'm like,
wow, amazing. Okay.
I said, bro, what have you done? Then they share me now because as sales managers out there, you know, the motivation of your team relies a lot on you. Because if you're pumped up, excited, optimistic, you know, our team members look upon us. It's monkey see, monkey do, right? They won't follow what we tell, but we'll follow what we do. So therefore, it's all about mimicking you. So I got that story like that. I got people different industries. In the training industry, we have a trainer that joined in, you know, reform, created ebook, never done this before, never do video before. Then now he got more source of leads coming in. All he need to do is just to post more content, write content. Then people join his webinar, people see video, then people like and people just inquire him. So yeah, so these are some of the ones, just to name a few. And these are the ones who implemented these strategies. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying that this is a crisis-proof thing. And again, I'm not a guru. I'm just sharing here things that what worked for me, what worked for my clients, because I would still like to think many industry sectors out there because a very different way of doing. And I'm very glad that these are people that I managed to support for the past 2-3 months in MCO. Yeah.
Amazing. Hey, Wesley, we have a guest here. Okay. Yes. Her name is Brinda. Brinda, are you there? Brenda, are you there? Yes,
Hello,
she's here.
Brenda.
So
Hi.
I invited Brenda, okay, for this live interview because she's an amazing lady, okay. She has been working around the world, I can say, okay. And then she's currently running her own business, okay, in cleaning services, right? In cleaning services, and then I can say that she's one of the most rajin person, I can say that, and most bubbly and rajin person. So I will pass this to Brenda to ask you few questions, okay?
Yeah.
Few questions, and then okay, Brenda, here you go. What is
Okay.
your
It's
question?
a
Yeah.
wonderful
Hi, Brenda.
opportunity to hear what you said and shared just now, Wesley.
Thank you.
I've got a few questions, if you could
Yeah.
help me out.
Yep.
How, what must I do to keep myself relevant in this very competitive environment? What we do is cleaning services, and there's quite a number of it. So during this MCO period, how can I keep relevant to the needs of my customers or to customers out there?
Okay, so just to better understand, so when you do cleaning services, so you provide maids? Do we call them maids?
Well, we actually term our team as housekeepers.
Okay, sorry, housekeepers.
That's right.
So when so the customers will just engage your housekeepers like for like 1-2 hours, half a day, 1 day kind of stuff.
Yes.
Residential and commercial.
Residential and commercial. Yeah.
Okay, good. So and I think briefly, your main target audience would be residential,
Residential.
condo, landed.
It can be condos. It can be landed as well.
Who will be that main customer persona? Are they like working professionals? Are they like senior people? Who will be the main, like the customer avatar?
The main customer profiles that we look for are working professionals who don't have time, busy working professionals who don't have time for the cleaning, and they've got young families that they would spend quality time with the family as well. Yeah.
So I assume these people like probably in their 30s. If let's say the young family means 30s, they should be in the 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
So these people should be really the managerial, senior exec, managerial.
In that time, yes.
In that kind, right? Yeah. Okay. So the reason I ask so because pretty much a lot of sales processes are designed after our customer avatar. Now, because if you're targeting young working adults, 20 plus, different strategy. 30, 40 years old, different strategy. 50 years old, different strategy. So 30 to 40 are the ones who probably will spend because they are the ones like aspiring young kids, don't want the kids to fall down dirty and things like that. So my question to you, because you know this industry better than me. Now, 30, 40 years old, what is one main pain point? What is one main problem that this category face that you have the solution to?
Time, because they are at that level where they are growing in their careers. So time to put aside to tidy up their homes is that main pain point for them. Yeah.
Okay, so my question to you, when your housekeepers attend to them, the owners must be there, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, good. So what I could possibly think of is this. So let's move into different, using back our pyramid just now. Number one, you have existing customer database, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So during this time, perhaps you can reach out to them and you just check in with them and say, hope that you're all doing fine. Let us know if you need support. Let us know if you need end. So if you have a certain like customer loyalty program, then you can say, hey, during this time, just to help working professionals like you, we're offering like a 5-10% off only for our exclusive customers. You can do like just, hey, let me know if you need any help. That kind, right? Just to maintain touch base with them. Now, also just want to understand. Now, sales. Okay, who runs a sales team? Your company internal, or you have like agents, distributors to sell for you, or you're just like a market platform?
We are a very young company, so about a year old. So it's basically, I don't have a large team. I've got a cleaning crew of 6, and the sales marketing is myself.
Oh, okay.
For the moment, yeah. So I'm trying to see what should I be doing correctly to try and expand it further.
How do you currently sell?
We have a lot by recommendation, referral after we've done projects.
That's good.
Yeah. We also advertise a lot on our Facebook, and we send a lot of promotional WhatsApp posters.
Okay, so that's what you'll be doing, right? So which is you engage them, well wishes and all that's what. So next thing which I could suggest, since you're doing a lot of Facebook posts and all, right? So looking at the problem that the working professional have right now, so you can develop content that addresses this pain point. You can be like, for example, things like three reasons why you need to get your house clean while working from home. It could be 3 reasons why a clean house is very important for your child's development. It could be like 3 tips on how to clean your house for maximum productivity at home. It can be things like 3 kinds of detergent to use. It can be like 3 kinds of brooms. It can be like little tips to share with them. So the reason why I say, so people watch, they say, hey, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. Then you can also share like 3 reasons why you need to engage a housekeeper. Then sometimes you can share things like benefits, reasons, categories, common myth, common misconception, questions, just to share content. Now, it can be as simple as how many of you here, you are currently working from home and you feel very overwhelmed with your day-to-day schedule? Hi, my name is Brinda. I run this company called Housekeeping XYZ, where I help specifically working professionals to keep their house clean so they can work productive at home. One of the main challenges in a lot of working professionals is due to this time in MCO, you are being bogged down by so many meetings and you neglect your house cleanliness. And it's proven the way how clean your house is will greatly determine the way you think at home. Therefore, here in this video, I'm going to run through with you 3 simple tips on how you can ensure that your house is clean in order for you to have a clean house and a healthy mind for your meeting. Let's go to tips number 1, number 2, number 3. And for those of you right there, I have a good news for you. Here in our company, we are offering young professionals like you a 10% off for your very first housekeeping services only in Kota Kinabalu. Drop a yes below and we can attend to you. And with that, I hope that this helps. Until then, signing off, Brinda. Pop, something like that, right? So you run a video, you share value, share content, then you can give a little bit of offering. So that's what you could do. But there are many ways that we could do content. You can even do like an ebook kind of stuff, like 5 dirtiest places at your home that you need to get clean right away. Toilet, doorknob. So people read like, so then they read, okay, look for us. We got 10% off. Something like that, right? It can be like maybe 5 things that kids need to avoid because it's like the dirtiest place. It can be like why should you need to get your clothes to wash? Okay, why should you ensure that your house is dust-free if you have an infant? Something like that. So you can do like an ebook, put into PDF, infographic, people watch or download. You can also do that too.
Yeah, there's lots of
She's taking notes.
right? I think my hand's gonna fall off. But it's very, very useful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I've not done a video as yet, or the ebook that you've taught, like these 3 things or the 5 things. It sparked some ideas that I can put to work immediately. Thank you.
You can even do videos like how do you short hack to clean. Don't worry, people watch, they clean, they don't subscribe to you. I mean, when people watch, they learn from you, right? They like you one. So like, how do you help people to clean certain things with very simple hacks? How can you clean certain corners and you can't reach? What can you do? Show them a demo. You can also do things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. I do have well, I think you've answered already my second question, because my second question was what sales strategies would you recommend that I could use for this type of business?
Answer already.
Answered, right? And then my third and final question was going to be what can I do to upsell my services?
Okay, I think your business nature, get the people in first. Your first.
Yes.
First deal coming in first. So because you're in a repetitive business, which means they come one, you can sign package 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. maybe you want to buy like a package kind of stuff, or maybe do you also want to consider cleaning your office if you're a business owner? If you have even sanitizing business, do you want us to come and sanitize your something like that, right? So you can, by the way, since you're in the cleaning business, you can also share with people things like, do you know that there are 4 kinds of sanitizers? You can also share things like that. You can, do you know that, do you know that how does a thermometer gun work? So you can also share things because now we're timely, sanitizer, how do you sanitize, how often, you know, fun fact, like if let's say the COVID virus can actually be on a phone up to 96 hours. Yeah, so things like that. How do we clean this? How do you ensure different kinds of alcohol? Then you can share people, people find it very relevant. Then different kind of face masks. It's because it's all still linked to cleanliness, making things like on place. I think it's still quite relevant. These are some of the things that you could do.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure if it helps.
No, it does. It does.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time on this.
Wesley, I think my side here and also Brenda and all the audience here. So we learn a lot from you today. Can you share with us, Wesley, when is your next class? Probably we have audience here are, eager to see when is your next class. When is your next class? Tell us.
Yes. So thanks for giving me the airtime. So over this MCO, we started a public class for salespeople and for business owners. So it's called the Sales Breakthrough Masterclass. So this Sales Breakthrough Masterclass is a 2 hours webinar, and I'll run extensively with you on the mindset and the strategy I share with you, on some case studies, examples, little templates and scripts that we could all do. So it will be 2 hours. My next class will be happening on 17 July. 17 July from 8 to 10 p.m. So perhaps, Philomena, you can just copy paste the link. I'm not too sure how they can get the link from you. So 17 July, 8 to 10. It's free for those of you to just join in. For this first webinar, it's free, 8 to 10. And what I can almost rest assured that you're going to walk away with some actionable, implementable strategies for you and your business. So come and learn. And at the end of that Sales Breakthrough Masterclass, I'll be introducing my coaching program, just in case anybody find that, hey, I learn more from you. I mean, it depends on you. Leave it up to you to decide. Else, that 2 hours itself would already be very, very beneficial for especially salespeople out there during this time. And I can say with so much of conviction because it has worked for me. And these are things that we have done to close our deals for our clients. We also managed to upsell, cross-sell, and we managed to close like big projects we've never thought of. Using this model, we also train companies in Hong Kong, in Singapore, in India, in Australia, while we're in KL. So it is highly possible. So I would invite, for those of you watching this right now, so grab this opportunity on 17 July, 8 to 10 p.m. So perhaps, how should they get this link from you?
Later, I will share in the chat, in the Facebook chat, and then you guys can actually probably copy and paste, or probably just click on it, right? So, oh my goodness, this is like, I don't know. I just feel the energy is still there. We still can talk, but it's already 1 hour, okay?
Time flies.
Yeah, time flies. So it is sad to say that this is our end of our session, but nevertheless, Wesley, I hope that in future we still can invite you for an exclusive sharing like this. I'm sure that you will share other tips apart from our topic today. Again, thank you, Brenda.
Thank you
for being with us. Thank you, Wesley.
Thank you.
We will see everyone soon. Okay. So thank you, Wesley, for your sharing today, and thank you, Brenda. Hope to see you guys again soon. Bye-bye now.
All right. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye. Thanks, Brina. Thanks, Philo. Bye-bye.
Bye.